What is the connection between the elder burden and immigration, and how to profit from it? More on this later in the video. First, some background. According to the Center for Global Development, Europe will be 45 million taxpayers short by 2050 if current living standards are to be upheld. In 2001, the European population had 4 working age adults for every person over 65. By 2050, there will be only 2 working adults per person above 65. It doesn't take a degree in math to figure out that the elder burden will increase significantly for the European working population in the future. And it is also pretty straightforward to see the connection to immigration here. If we do not change our demographics, we will collapse. It does seem like the projections has improved since 2009, but still looks to be a large step up in total aging costs in the future. This is, by the way, not a trend isolated to the Europeans. In Japan, nearly 30% of the population is already over 65. By 2034 in the US, older adults are projected to outnumber children for the first time in history. And there are multiple issues related to the elder burden. Not only will healthcare costs increase, but what about the housing market? What happens to the real estate prices when a large part of the population moves into senior housing? Please subscribe and stay tuned for a deeper dive into this subject in future videos. At the same time, far-right parties are gaining in the European elections. These parties are mostly based on their policies against immigration. And maybe the perspective I just highlighted explains why the European elite is keeping a close eye on this development. Besides immigration, social democratic politicians suggest that we should prepare for the demographic shift by embracing the sharing economy. Ida Auken, long-term member of the Danish parliament and family member of one of Denmark's most politically successful families, published a paper on the World Economic Forum website in 2016. The paper was originally titled, "Welcome to 2030. I own nothing, have no privacy, and life has never been better." The title was later changed. Please leave a comment on this video telling me what your thoughts are on this. Is this investable? Taking a step back from our politics to get a broader perspective on the future, we see investment opportunities. The sharing economy is here to stay and will become profitable for the best companies in that industry. Companies working with to increase workers' efficiency will too. No matter what happens, there will always be investment opportunities. We just need to keep our heads cool and not get entangled in the politics. Stay tuned for more investable trends and future videos. In the following, I will take a look on ETFs directly related to industries profiting from the aging population. But first, a disclaimer. Whether or not it is a good time to invest in the ETFs I am about to present to you is entirely up to you to figure out. This is not investment advice. You need to research these ETFs yourself and assess whether or not they fit your investment profile and whether or not they are over, under, or fairly valued at any given point in time. Now let's get into the ways we can gain exposure to this trend. Number 1 for U.S. investors. The iShares U.S. Healthcare Providers ETF. This ETF focuses on companies that provide healthcare services, including hospitals, insurance companies, and specialized care providers. As the demand for healthcare services grows, these companies stand to benefit. Now for European investors, let's look at a similar option. The Xtrackers MSCI World Healthcare ETF. This ETF provides broad exposure to the global healthcare sector, including pharmaceuticals, biotechnology, and medical devices. It's a comprehensive option that covers many of the same industries as the iShares U.S. Healthcare Providers ETF, but with a global perspective. Number 2. First for the American market, the Global X Longevity Thematic ETF. This fund invests in companies that contribute to increasing longevity and improving the quality of life for older adults. This includes sectors like biotech, pharmaceuticals, and senior housing. The iShares Aging Population uses its ETF. This ETF focuses on companies that are positioned to benefit from the change in supply and demand dynamics as a result of the global aging trend. It includes sectors like healthcare, pharmaceuticals, and consumer goods that cater to the needs of older adults. It's quite similar to the Global X Longevity Thematic ETF and offers an interesting way to get exposure to the aging demographic. Number 3. The iShares U.S. Medical Devices ETF. As the population ages, the demand for medical devices such as pacemakers, artificial joints, and diagnostic equipment will likely increase. This ETF focuses on companies that manufacture these essential products. Whether or not the welfare states can afford to accommodate a large amount of operations in the future remains to be seen. And for those in Europe, The iShares Healthcare Innovation UCITS ETF. This ETF invests in companies that are driving innovation in the healthcare sector, from biotechnology to medical devices. As we age, the demand for advanced medical treatments and technologies increases, making this ETF a great choice for those looking to invest in the future of healthcare. Number 4. For the U.S., the SPDR Biotech ETF. The biotech sector is at the forefront of developing new treatments and therapies for age-related diseases. This ETF provides exposure to a broad range of biotech companies working on innovative healthcare solutions for the European investors. The iShares Nasdaq US Biotechnology ETF. This is an exchange-traded fund that focuses on the biotechnology sector, primarily tracking the performance of the Nasdaq Biotechnology Index. This ETF provides investors with exposure to U.S. companies involved in the development, manufacturing, and commercialization of biotechnology products and services. The fund is ideal for those looking to capitalize on the growth potential within the biotechnology industry, a sector known for its innovation and potential for high returns, albeit with higher associated risks. Whether you're in Europe or the U.S., there are plenty of options to invest in the aging population trend. As mentioned, I will go deeper into the trends that shape our society in the future on this channel. If you found this information helpful and entertaining, I ask you to please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. That way you will not miss any important trends you could have invested in. Also, please share your thoughts in the comments. Let Robot Man and me know which ETFs you're considering for your portfolio. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy investing. Stay informed, stay tuned, and think about the future. Yes, I know, it's an AI voice. But believe me, you will prefer this cheap robot over me talking.